Hey everyone, welcome to our new show. I'm Deanna,
I'm Darlene.
and so we've decided to do a new show, kind of like a weekly show, just for fun, because it's one of our childhood dreams, I guess. And
To be actresses.
right,
So we're acting, but not really.
we're not really, because this is how we are all the time.
Yeah. And that's
So-
what the show will be.
It's just about us and about our weekly, what happens in our lives weekly. Mine's going to be pretty boring, actually. I'm sure Dar will have some stories.
Oh, there'll
but,
be stories.
right?
You can bank on that.
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
It might involve you. So if you have
Me?
anything to do, anybody that we have any contact
Oh,
with.
yes.
Because if you do something or say something, we
We're
will
using
probably
it.
talk about it. And the people at the bank or Walmart, might want to be careful because
We're going to talk about it.
we are going to talk about it. It's raw, it's real, and it could be sad, or it
Try not to make it sad.
could be tragic.
Yeah.
But we'll just make the best of it, and hope you enjoy it.
And we'd like some feedback after we get started. And at the end of the show, if you all could subscribe and maybe kind of share it, just to see how many followers we could get.
Because Deanna's son says that it might be embarrassing if we only got 30 views.
Yeah.
And Deanna said we will get 35.
Right.
So
So we
if
got to
we
get
could
at least
get-
35.
we've got to get-
I don't
we've
want
got
to
to get it.
embarrass my son, you know.
So we're on.
So we're on.
Let's take it away.
It's our first night. We're going to incorporate drinking wine because it's something that we both like to do.
Cheers.
She's a red drinker. I'm a white drinker. I mean, you drink both.
I don't really like white, but I will drink it
I would drink it if it was like I would drink red too. But
if there was nothing else.
anyways, I was before we got started, I was telling Darlene that I watched Ellen the other day, and I thought it was really funny because they were talking about wine connoisseurs and wine tasting and whatnot. And I don't know if everybody's been to a wine tasting thing, but it's how they do it. So I went to a little winery. Have you been to a winery?
Yes.
Okay, so I just went to a small one in Cambridge Narrows with my sister one summer, and I'm no snob with wine. If I like it, I like it.
You're not a snob anyway.
No, I'm not.
No.
I try not to be.
Couldn't happen.
So my sister and I were there, and they just pour a little bit in a glass, not like this much. And so we took it and we went, it's good. Well, the lady beside us was like this.
And then,
And then she'd go,
have you seen them do
no, but
this?
this is the best part. She spit it out.
Oh, okay. Yes, I was going
She
to say
spit it
that.
out.
Mhm.
So Stacy and I are looking at each other going, are we supposed to spit it out? And then the lady goes, well, I'm driving. So Stacy and I are looking at each other, don't tell her we're driving because we are the worst people in the world. Anyways, I just thought that was funny because I couldn't tell any difference. Anyways, I either like it or I don't like it. So do you really find a difference in
No.
your wines?
And when we go to a restaurant or something, they pour a little bit in, and I always just say to them, just, fill it up.
Yeah, I don't need to
Because
test it, right?
Unless it tastes like gasoline.
Right.
Chances are I'll drink it.
Exactly.
I don't know the difference between Malbec or a Shiraz. I know what I like. I don't like real dry. I kind of like fruity.
I like dry, I don't like
not
fruity.
sweet.
No, I don't like sweet either.
And
I have a problem
that's
with
all
my
I
neck.
know. And so have I. Let's not talk about
Okay,
necks. What
okay.
did I say when we started? I should have worn a neck brace.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you asked me if I tasted oak. Yes, I do taste oak. And
I just don't know how she understands what oak tastes like, I guess.
well, I've licked, a
Oak.
board, but it just has that taste.
Of what you think oak would
Of,
taste like.
yes, yeah, exactly.
I think that's what most people do.
Yeah. So,
But there's some crazy things in wine. Anyways, we don't need to go on about that. I just think it's so funny how people can taste it and go, oh, I see, I have a hint of orange blossom in there, or,
No.
tulip.
I just hope it's grapes. We went to a lot of wineries, and they freeze some of the grapes they use have been frozen. Of course, they use that for the ice wine, which I'm starting to
That's
like
strong.
more and more. But you can't drink very much of
No.
it, but I do like it. And when something has aged, I don't know, it could be hot off the press, and I wouldn't know.
Oh, I don't
if
know
it's been
either.
there 20 years. It doesn't. I just drink it.
Yeah, it doesn't impress me.
It doesn't, and people don't impress me.
Well, that's like the Shania Twain song.
You don't impress me much.
Yeah.
So I've been gone for 3.5 years since
It went
we've.
fast, though, I gotta say. I can't believe it was that long that you were gone. Maybe it didn't feel like that to you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it didn't feel like it was 3 years here.
So you're saying you didn't miss me?
No, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Right in the beginning, I really, really did.
And then people forget about you. They really
no,
do.
it's not about forgetting.
Yeah.
I always talk to you about my mom, but because my mom and Darlene are friends, so I can always follow up that way. But no, it's just you get busy, right? You get in your own routine in your own life again.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and work's busy, kids busy, like it's just busy.
That was the hardest part, I think. I think I missed my friends more than I missed my family, because the family, they have to make time for you, because
and you're always connected with them.
Yeah.
Right.
And you are, for some reason or another. And then just it was just hard. So anyway, we're back.
She's
and
back.
I'm so glad to be back. And
it's so funny because we did have a show before. It was just a silly local Rogers TV thing. But I got to tell you, people kept asking me about when we're going to do it again. When's our next show? Oh my God, I love the show. And it just blew me away because we're not trying to be anything except
just have some
just
fun.
having fun.
And try to entertain a little bit.
Yeah.
And when I come back and went to work, that was the first thing that they said, are you and Deanna going to start your show up again? I was like, oh, I never really thought about it. So we talked about it. It's like, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah.
If we entertain no one but ourselves, then
and that's okay
better.
with me.
And we thought this time we don't have anybody telling us what we can or can't do or say.
We couldn't drink wine on Rogers
We
TV.
could not. We tried and tried.
And we were even going to conceal it. We said nobody will ever know.
In those mugs? No.
Not gonna
And
have it.
most every show we did, I got cut for things that I said that were hilarious. I thought.
We had a lot of cuts.
We had a lot of cuts. And so we thought we'll do this. We're going to talk, like we said, mostly about, I don't think we have to preface this saying viewer content, what is it?
Mature
How they
audience.
say, what do they say? Jeepers
What are you going to do,
creepers.
like swear or something?
I might swear.
Yes.
It's been
I
known
probably
to
will too.
come out of my mouth.
Yes.
But serious nature and viewer content, be advised.
Yeah.
We could be smutty.
Yeah, we could.
I don't know, but we'll try not
It's
to.
not
We'll
like
try to
me.
keep it. I'll try to keep it clean. So we're just gonna. We met last week and talked a little bit about what we might talk about, and we thought husbands.
Men came up a lot, and I think a lot of women can relate to the things that men lack, I guess, of what maybe they don't realize that they lack it. It's unfortunate that we aren't built the same, that we could just brush things off like they could. Like I could keep walking over my vacuum day after day, not realizing it probably needs to be moved or vacuumed.
Yeah.
Men don't get it.
No.
And then I came to realize that we all have the same issues.
And we talked about this. I was married for 37 years. You've been married for
20.
some. And now I've been married for 3. And you think it would be different. But it is not a bit different. Like they're all the same.
But you don't see it right at the beginning
Oh
because
no! Oh
you're
my
blind.
God, they're perfect
right
in the beginning.
You're just so in love.
And a girl I worked with, I remember when the relationship was new, just before I moved, and she said, "Does he have any faults?" I said, "No, no, there's not one." And she goes, "Yeah, I'll ask you again in a year." And I don't even think it took a year, but yeah, he's not perfect, as I'm not, but I just thought he was. And it's the same
Poor
thing.
Stuart.
Yeah, poor Stuart. And I thought the other day, like, why do we let it bother us? Like, the big thing that we talk about is they can't find anything because they don't look.
No.
You open a cupboard door, and unless it's on a spring and jumps out.
And you always hear, where is the...
Dee, I was driving to meet you last week.
Yes.
And I get a phone call, Dee, where are the Band-Aids? I was like, oh my God. So I said, up in the hall closet, second shelf from the top, because you couldn't just say second shelf.
He'd
Because,
go from the bottom maybe,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then just call you back.
And then I thought about it and told him exactly where no, there's none there. I said, there is, but the box is turned sideways, so you can't see a picture. And then I thought I'm going to have to start putting everything in my cupboard face on, so that when you open
Or
the doors,
labels or something on them, right?
Yeah, label on the shelf.
Yeah.
You know. And then the other night it was the same thing. There's nothing to eat here. There's
Yeah.
not even any crackers. There's
Yeah.
crackers out there.
Yeah.
No, there isn't. There's no crackers at all.
Yeah, look
And I
in the
said, "I'm
pantry.
sure.
Behind the pasta.
Yeah, they don't
Right?
know enough to,
No,
move,
to move things.
something.
No.
So I went out and then I come in and then I threw them at him, like.
You can
And
be
then he's
nasty.
like, yeah. He's like, why? Why, Dee? Why do you have to do that? I don't know. I don't know why it makes me mad. And I think about it and I think, why do I let it get me mad? Why don't I
know.
just, when he says, there's no crackers, Dee, get up, I get up and I go get
get
them
the
for him.
crackers. Right.
Instead of,
Throwing them at it and making it fit.
yeah,
I know, but it's hard.
it's hard.
We're all the same.
They're all
get,
the same. Are we all the same?
Yeah.
Oh,
there
some-
are a few of us that it doesn't bother.
No, some of
Us.
my friends,
And just before we go on, I know probably some people are getting confused when she's saying D. Her friends and family call her D, and my friends and family call me D. So when she is talking of herself and saying D, it is about her. So hence our show title is called D and Me. So it's D and Me.
or Dee and me.
Get it? So anyways, I thought it was kind of cute.
Yeah.
Her idea. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so yeah, I agree.
And
Ben.
then we talked about kids.
That's a tough
And
one.
that is a tough one. And everybody says that marriage is a life sentence. I think children
Yeah.
are a life sentence.
Being a parent.
Husbands sometimes can come and go.
Mm-hmm.
And but children will always be your children, and you're always going to have one that's going to give you a little run for your money, I think. Now, I've heard people say, I've got 2 kids, 1 kid, 3 kids, never gave me a bit of problem.
Perfect.
Liars.
I think so
I
too.
think they're liars.
Like, come on.
You know, I don't want to call anybody, any of my friends
'Cause-
liars, but
Maybe they're not doing some of the crazy shit, but they have their own issue.
potty mouth. There we are. It was out, just like that.
I had 3 sips of wine. So, but I'm saying like maybe they're not doing that, but they do have issues of something else.
There's something. Everybody,
Right?
everybody's got something.
So-
You wouldn't be human.
But what I like to get across, do not judge anybody
Yeah.
about what's going on in their lives.
And do not say anything about anybody else's
right.
kid,
It'll
because
come back to
it
you.
will come back on with your
Absolutely.
kid 3 times worse.
Yep.
So I just like
Not cool.
no. But we love them. We love them dearly. Wouldn't trade them. Well, I don't know. Sometimes you might think, oh, and sometimes you see somebody else's and you think, oh, why, what did I do wrong? Like,
Right.
because you always blame
Right.
yourself
Right?
for their actions for whatever reason.
But you know what I do to make myself feel better?
Drink.
Well, along with that, you got to watch Dr. Phil. They are messed up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I watched it the other night, and I have good kids.
Yeah, I
I
have to
have good
say,
kids.
I have good kids, and we're not lying.
No,
They're not perfect. They've given us a run a
Yes.
time or two, or made us worry, or made us mad,
yeah,
and things like that. But that's right, when you watch that, or just even some stories you hear from people you work with or whatever, and you just
right.
count your blessings that it can always be worse.
You got to
It just
look at
can
it that
always
way.
be worse. Yeah. And are you the disciplinarian in
Oh.
your household?
No,
Oh, you're not.
no. I try to be. I'm one of them.
Oh, okay.
You try, and then
There was one of those mothers on Dr. Phil the other day.
I saw it.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, taking away the cell phone for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and I think I've been there, but it's just what you do in the moment sometimes. Anyways, I do not want to get into all that right now.
I'm the crazy parent, disciplinarian.
Why is it that I changed my? Do you notice that? I changed my accent a bit.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, that's impressive. Was it like
kind
an
of-
English
Well, I'm
one,
not
or-
really sure. It just comes out
Well,
sometimes.
It's
My
your-
friends know that about me sometimes when I.
It's your alter ego,
Yeah.
do you think?
I don't know. What's an alter ego?
Your other personality.
Oh.
It's not, it's maybe somebody that you would want to be, or someone you can blame things on.
Okay.
We should all have alter egos, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
So, other than that, how's work going?
Work's good. Work's always, there's always something at work. I work in a school. So, and the kids range from 5 years old to 13, 14. So there's a lot of interesting things that go on. And it just makes me laugh sometimes, and I have to write these things down and share it. And I think I'll probably try to do that weekly, share something that I've heard at school. And I've shared this one with Darlene a couple weeks ago. And kindergarten kids come up to the office and they share their stories, what they do the night before or whatnot. So they were in the office and they were talking with the principal, and the principal asked one of the kids, is your aunt, and I'm not going to use the real names, is your aunt Sarah? And she says, I don't know. And then the principal says, well, she has the dog. And the kid says, oh, Sarah's the dog's owner. And the principal's like, yes. So is that your aunt? And she says, well, Grammy and Bambi bornded her. I lost it. I mean, they just say it like it is, right?
They do, yeah. It's just
They bornded her.
So you work at a K to 8,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
so it's
just,
fun.
yeah.
There's always something. And there's great staff there too, so there's always something. We play a lot of jokes on one another.
That's great.
So the newest joke is we have a staff member that does not like cotton balls.
How strange
He
is
hates
that?
the thought of cotton balls. He hates the look of cotton balls. He hates the texture, the feel, everything. Do not mention cotton balls. Well, you do not tell us what you don't like, right?
Exactly.
So we've had a little fun with that, but I got busted the other day because I'm not real good at pranks. I really try. So I brought a bag of cotton balls to work, and I was going to put them sporadically through his office and just freak him out a bit. Anyways, left them in my lunch bag, left my lunch bag on my desk, and it was wide open. And so he's standing there talking to me, and he looks down, he's like, and what would this be? And then I'm like, oh my God, somebody is trying to pin this on me. Anyways, I didn't get my cotton balls back, and I didn't get to do the whole prank. But anyways, we always have fun at work, so great
Yeah,
time.
we're really lucky that we both work for the same school
Yeah.
district. And I work with some great people. And every day, like, it must be awful to get up and not want to go to work. Because
Yeah, I know, that's
I mean,
hard.
sometimes you're tired and you just think, oh, I'd like to lay here another few minutes.
Yeah.
But put that with, oh my God, I hate my job. And I don't know, I couldn't do it. When I was out west, I won't mention too much, but I worked for a company out there, and I guess I was just spoiled from where I worked.
Yeah, you don't
here.
realize,
And
right?
it was not the same. I was in trouble more than I wasn't. But yeah.
Yeah, she told me some stories, and they're like,
Whew, I'm telling you,
I
it's
really
a whole different
can't believe it.
culture, and it was really hard. But yeah, so I got my knuckles rapped a few times, and
She got in trouble.
and I got in trouble a few times, and whatever. Just
You showed them in the end.
I showed them. I come home, so yeah, I come home.
Are you not drinking?
Yes, yeah. So yeah, so we drove all the way across Canada. If anyone's
I would have lost it.
ever
I can't do that.
thought about doing it, it was great. Some parts of it was the part that wasn't great was that my husband and his brother-in-law, now my brother-in-law, drove the truck and pulled 6,000-pound trailer behind them. So you're on edge all the time, because especially when you get in high traffic, and they're, you're weaving and bobbing, and I was trying to be like the, I don't know, bouncer and try to stay in front of them and, make time. So it was a bit.
That'd be, yeah.
And then we stopped. We tried to, in every province, we tried to stop at least 2 places that were like touristy things, like
Yeah,
Terry Fox
saw you on Facebook
Park
there doing some of
and
those
stuff
things.
like that. So
Yeah.
it was really
I mean, if you
good.
do it
And
like
there's
that.
yeah, and we didn't. The first day was crazy because we ended up driving 12 hours, I think, and it rained. And Stuart
Her husband.
locked the keys in the truck
What?
when we were getting gas. Yep. So that was a
How does
little
that
bit
happen?
of it too. He does it all the time. He gets out when he's not driving, and even when he's driving, because even since I've been back here working, he called me one day and said, "Can you call CAA?" Because
Yeah, but how do you lock your door when you don't have your keys on you?
he presses the lock. He leaves the keys, either leaves them in the ignition, ding, 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 going crazy, right? Doesn't matter, gets out, presses the lock.
Like on the door.
Yep, and locks them in there. I can't tell you how many times he's done it.
Stuart.
And the last time he called me at work and said, "Can you call is it CAA?"
Yeah,
Because we had
something like that.
AMA out west, and
AA?
AMA.
Oh.
And
I was gonna say that's
are you thinking
Alcohol
that I went to
Anonymous.
AA? And and he also left the phone in the car, so he couldn't call anybody. And he was at the hospital, and didn't know what street he's on. He said the street across from the hospital. Well, I called CAA, and they said, "What's street? Like which door is he talking about?" I was like, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So that's what he did, but he wasn't driving, and I told him that like. Don't press the lock button when you're not driving because you don't know if the driver's got the keys in, out, or whatever.
Right.
But he has to take control of everything.
And maybe it's habit now, too.
And then tried to blame it on his brother-in-law. I might add. Yeah.
Blame
But
game.
I knew better. So the place that we were at, there were a lot of motorcycles. And so my sister-in-law was terrified and just kind of sat
Like
in
Hell's
there.
Angels type motorcycles or
Yep,
just
yeah.
okay.
And but we
Just
were
be
we were
nice.
fine, and we got out of there. But like I say, it was about 2 hours. And after that, we tried to. Stuart had mapped out the whole trip. He's very good at that. And most of our other days were 7-8 hours.
Driving?
And yep, and which sometimes would turn into 9, and then we'd have supper, and then the next morning we would do a couple scenic things, and
Yeah, no, I don't
come
think I
back.
could do it. It's
And
not for me.
It was really nice.
Okay.
And then came back, and then got tired out from moving and purging. What a great feeling!
I know, right?
Have you done
It is-
that?
Yeah, well, I purge everything all the time. I don't hold on to anything. I'm not sentimental. Sorry. But I don't hold on to anything.
Well, my kids would say to me every once in a while, Dar, you're a hoarder. And I was just like, how rude. Then I come home, and my daughter had bought my house and put all my stuff in storage. We had brought, like I said, 6,000 pounds from Edmonton and emptied the trailer. And I was like, whew. And we were renting right now, so we were in a place that's a little small. So I had to downsize to get the stuff in and storing stuff. Got that all seen to. It took us probably a week because I wanted to do a good job.
Yeah.
Then my daughter says, your stuff is in storage. We went. We opened up that door. It was like Storage Wars. Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah.
Right even to the door. It was like, oh my God. I could have
done.
sat down on the ground and cried.
You should just do what Storage Wars does. Bit it off or whatever they do. Daryl Sheets.
Well, you don't know what's in there. I didn't know. I didn't even know what was in there.
Well, these
but-
people that bid on it don't know. They
No.
just take their chances.
Well,
man.
I didn't. I thought I might let something go that I didn't want to go, but I did get
Order.
rid of a lot of stuff, and we worked really hard all summer. And then my sister-in-law was coming down. It's just bad luck. Bad luck. Schled rock. That's me. So he worked hard all summer. My sister-in-law was coming in. When was she coming? It was after Christmas. And give me a hand.
Before last year, you mean?
No, just
Just this. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I was really excited about her coming. She usually comes in May for a visit, and but she was going to come early this year. And like I say, give me a hand. And 2 days before she was to arrive, I called her to tell her something. So I called her and it rang a few times and she goes, I hear, hello? And I go, hi. She goes, I can't talk right now. I'm in the hospital. I go, what? Are you okay? And she said, I broke my ankle. So
How'd she
I
break
said
it?
to her, slipped on ice,
Oh.
out for a walk. I don't know what she was trying to do 2 days before she was trying to impress me. pretending
Want to
she's
isolate herself just so she can get home to you?
So I said to her, I'll see your broken ankle and I'll raise you a case of shingles. So then it was on.
Ooh, yeah. That's hard to top.
They put her in a cast and then she calls me 2 days later to up me and went back because she had just been to emergency. And another doctor saw her and just to check it out, I guess, what the emergency doctor did, didn't even let her out. Surgery. Thank you very much.
Oh, so she won.
Full she won hands
won.
down. Yeah. Apparently my case of shingles was mild.
Very. It was on your leg, wasn't it?
Doesn't matter where.
It does, because it can go in your face and in your eye, and then that's topping a broken surgery type thing. You could lose your sight. Anyways, I'm good.
You healthy?
Yep.
For real?
For real. I mean, there is a story about Don Julio. Do you know Don Julio?
No. No.
You don't know Don Julio?
No.
I'm sure
Is
some
it
of
a
our
song?
viewers know Don Julio.
Is that like
It's a
Julio?
tequila. So Don Julio and I had a meeting in Jamaica.
Oh.
I haven't told too many people this because I'll tell you something.
Do tell.
I am a little embarrassed by it.
Don't be embarrassed. We're
No,
with
no,
friends.
no, I know, but I was with my family.
Oh.
So,
Your kids?
yeah, I haven't told anybody really this. I shared it with a couple coworkers, but my family doesn't know. I mean, my parents, my sister, all that.
They're going to.
Maybe I'll share that next time. Next.
Oh, really? Oh, share.
It's a big one.
When I was out west, we took a trip to San Francisco and California because
Oh, I
it's
wanna
so
go
cheap.
there.
It's so cheap
Oh, really?
to go there when you're out west
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah, it's right there.
it's right there. It's like flying to, I'd say Bangor, but it might be more than that. And then Stuart's lifelong, on his bucket list was to drive the coast of California.
Nice.
So anyway, so we met friends in San Francisco first and spent 4 days with them. And then they went back to Vancouver and we carried on to California, Santa Monica and all that. But anyway,
Nice.
so before I left, we were talking, I don't know how we got talking with the girls that I worked with, and they were all like between 27, 32 years old. And
Damn them.
yeah, exactly. All really nice. And so they were talking about their drinking and, hangovers and whatever. And I said that I had never had a hangover in my life. And they're like, what? And I go, no, I haven't. I never drank when I was younger and started drinking when I got a little bit older, but not enough to ever get drunk and have a hangover. Well, I had to retract those words.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, when I came back. We
Uh-huh.
went, and I had kind of forgotten about it. And then this past Saturday, I did a workshop at the Front Porch Mercantile.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
with-
that
Yeah,
on
with the
Instagram.
chalk paint and fat paint and
Yeah.
milk paint. Anyway, it was St. Patrick's Day, and so she had the Irish music going. And all of a sudden, something popped into my head, and it was like, oh my God, last year at this time, we were in San Francisco, and we went to an Irish pub, and it was St. Patty's Day and all that. And everybody parties there all
Party?
the time. They're very friendly, except the
Well,
homeless.
they don't party?
They're not nice. They're not.
Well, they're homeless.
Well, I know, but usually they're.
Would you be
they're
nice if you were homeless?
They, thank you, or, do you have some spare change? No, they get right up in your face and scream and like, ooh,
Whoa.
let's roll out the red carpet for
Ooh.
you. Yeah, they were
Oh,
nasty.
nasty.
Yeah. So anyway, we went to this Irish pub, and the waitress was good enough to say that they were having dueling pianos.
Oh, I love dueling piano. There's
I'd
another
never
story,
seen
but
it.
next
Oh,
time.
remember.
Mm-hmm.
So I had never seen it. So it was downstairs. So we went down, and it was so fun. They had those pianos just
I know,
going.
it's crazy, eh?
Well, I don't know what happened. I think
Just
I had
everything.
my glass kind of, and I was just watching them, and I think my friend's husband was
Kept
topping
filling it?
up.
Yes.
I'm blaming him. I don't know what happened. Anyway, next thing I know, I'm up dancing, and everybody else got up dancing. And then when I sat down, everybody sat down.
You were the
and
lead.
Then a couple people come over and said, "Will you get up and dance with me?" Well, of course I will. I mean, you have to be
Right.
polite when you're, with your American neighbors.
Yes.
So, and show them
True.
how
That we're better?
well,
I didn't
we're
see that.
friendly.
Yes,
friendlier.
we're friendly.
So anyway, and then we found out that there was going to be a band at 10 upstairs. So we stayed till
Oh my God,
downstairs
you
till
stayed
10.
up till 10?
Stayed up till 4
Ooh.
in the morning.
My gosh.
And
I haven't even done that.
it was a band, and there was a lead guitar player, and he sang a little bit. He was probably my age, and the drummer was probably my age. The female lead singer, I don't know how old she was. It doesn't matter.
Really
but
good?
She could sing anything.
Nice.
And then there was this Native American.
Mhm.
Out there, they call them Indians,
Okay.
which I was shocked
Yeah.
when I heard that. But anyway, and he had long hair and a ponytail. And he was probably the quietest of the band. He just kind of played and looked around. The other ones were a little bit more animated. I don't know what happened.
Was it wine? Only wine?
Only wine. That's all I
Okay.
drink. But I ended up on stage with a tambourine. There's something
Yeah,
about a tambourine
yeah.
and me, and the quiet Native American that I thought I'm going to bring some life to him.
Yeah?
So
Did
I'm
you?
over, and I've got the
Yeah.
tambourine, and I'm, beating the tambourine.
Right.
And he would just look at me and smile and shake his head.
And that was it.
And then he'd look at me and smile and shake his head. So anyway, the night ended. We walked to our hotel room. I woke
Were
up
you
the next
carried?
morning. No.
Okay.
No. Woke up the next morning with the worst feeling in the world. The whole room was spinning. My heart was
Mhm.
racing.
Not good.
I didn't know.
Why do people do that?
That's exactly what I said. Anyway, I got up. I got in the shower. I thought I was going to pass out. I
Right.
called my daughter
To see how to handle it?
and said, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm here in San Francisco.
dying.
She goes, you're hungover. Anyway, then I got noticing, I was so bruised from my ring, I guess, hitting the
yeah, yeah.
tambourine.
Yes.
The palm, I took pictures. The palm of my hand was all bruised, and the side of my
from doing this.
big leg was black as a boot.
Love it.
But anyway, we had a good time. But then we went wine tasting. The next
Oh.
day we did wine.
How'd you
and
do
I
that?
couldn't.
No.
I would put it up to my
No.
mouth and do this, and then I would pass it to
Yeah.
Stuart. Sick. Oh my gosh. It was
It's not fun. At the time it is, yeah. but-
wasn't fun the next day. So
No.
I do not recommend.
No.
So
No.
I'm anxious to hear
That-
about
yes,
Don,
and that will
Don
be
Julio. Is
Don
that was
Julio.
the guy's name?
Yeah. So I will fill everybody in about Don Julio next week, and maybe the dueling piano situation with me as well.
Here? Was it in Moncton?
No, Las Vegas. So stay tuned for that one. Anyways, we won't keep you much longer because I know people get bored after a while, right? And it's been 30 minutes, right? So we're going to say bye now. And,
Just want to show you.
oh.
There we are.
Well, because you were
I was
talking.
talking all the time. Yeah.
It's always the case. Anyways, so bye for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you'll join us again. We're going to try to do it weekly, every Thursday.
And if we get enough subscribers, we're going to.
Go live. So check us out, Dee and Me on YouTube, and subscribe and share. A lot of fun.
Hope you enjoy it.
See you next time.